Okay, so I asked you guys if you wanted a video where I try to explain my human universe thing that still needs a name. So here it is, I guess. I'm trying to make this as quick and understandable as possible, and I'm sorry for my terrible English. It's not my first language, but I'm trying. Okay, then let's go, I guess. Let's start with the world itself. It doesn't have a name yet, but it's similar to our world, more or less. Here's a world map, still working on the names though. Each continent has their own kind of species. On one live some demon-like creatures, and another live centaurs, and so on. But the main focus is the continent the main characters live in. On this continent, the people are most human-like, the difference being them being split into 4 races: winged humans, magical humans, regular humans, and halflings. Winged humans are just humans with wings. Magicals are humans with magic abilities. Original humans are like us, no powers, and halflings have magic abilities and wings, but they are extremely rare. A halfling's magic is mainly weaker than a magical's magic, and their wings are smaller than a winged human's wings. They're pretty much looked down upon, and having a halfling child is seen as a disgrace, not only because they're weaker and useless, but also because there have been cases where halflings can't control their magic for unknown reasons, injuring others with sudden, rather dangerous bursts of magic. The other races feel like they can trust them, so halflings often either hide their magic, hide their wings, or just try to hide altogether. I think that was the most important stuff about the world itself. Let's move on to the characters. The main focus would be on my 2 boys, Lazarus and Aiden. Aiden is about 17 years old and a bisexual winged human dude. He's shy and says that he prefers to be alone. He doesn't. His parents didn't have much time for him when he was little. His mother's always working, and his dad was too until Aiden's little sister was born. Though, because his mother works long and hard, they don't really have money issues. He's the edgiest kid you would meet. Smokes, drinks, tried like 10 different drugs. He also self-harms and has slight anorexia and has big self-esteem issues. He gets physically and verbally abused at school. He did for a long time until he met someone that tried to help him out. Okay, that's enough about Aiden, now for Lazarus. Lazarus, or Laz, is a 19-year-old guy. He's gay and a halfling, but he keeps his magic hidden and tells people he's a winged human. He's kind and somewhat calm. He likes hanging out with people but doesn't mind being alone either. Compared to Aiden, he's a good boy. Never smoked, never did drugs, or drinks at parties, and even dare not too much. He is proud about being gay, but he doesn't tell anyone for safety reasons. After a line of little incidents with his parents, he grew up in an orphanage, losing all contact to his mother. When he moved out of the orphanage, he decided to redo the last year of school because the private schooling in the orphanage wasn't very good. He's living with rather little money since his job doesn't pay too well and he can't work too much because of school. He likes learning though and isn't too needy, so he doesn't mind the lack of money too much. A few boys took Laz into the group. He's okay with it for the most part. The only thing bothering him about it is that they tend to beat up some loser now and then. He tries to ignore it, but it makes him feel terrible. Until one day he decided to see if he could help somehow. That's about it for the main characters, but there are many other characters and a bunch of backstory I left out to keep it as short as possible. So you might be wondering, why the fuck are you telling all this? Well, to be honest, I'm hoping it'll help people to get more involved with the whole thing and give new people an easier time to understand it. Another thing you might be asking right now is, when and what are you going to do with all this? Well, hopefully soon I'll start. I have the entire universe and how things work figured out for the most part, but I'm having problems with where to start, on what to focus, what kind of format to use, and where to upload. I want to go in a comic direction and focus on Aiden and Lazarus and their relationship to each other and their lives in general. I hope it won't be as boring as it sounds. Anyway, thank you for watching if you came this far. If you had any questions, feel free to comment or send me a message on Tumblr. Feedback is also greatly appreciated. I have no plan on how to end this, so have a nice day, I guess. Bye.